Hello YouTube, Friday, April 3rd, 2009. Um, yeah, today has been a pretty rough day for a lot of people. Earlier today at about 10:30 this morning, a gunman walked into the American Civic Association in Binghamton, New York and opened fire, killing 13 people and injuring 5 more. And then he turned the gun on himself. I got a text message from a friend of mine who goes to school in Binghamton. Her high school is actually right around the corner from where the shooting took place, and it was a very tense situation. The school was on lockdown, and a lot of people were pretty scared. Binghamton's not really a town where there's a lot of violence. I mean, it's not a place where stuff like this happens. And so it was a pretty big shock to a lot of people today. And I just want to take a moment to express my sincerest condolences to the families of all of the victims, to the family of the shooter, to the entire city of Binghamton. Today has been a tragic day. 13 innocent lives were lost today. And it's something that never needs to happen. But it reminds us that we live in a world where things like this can happen anywhere. I live in Connecticut, but it could happen here. Maybe you're watching this, you live in Maine, or you live in Florida, or you live in California, or you live in Utah, or Idaho, or Illinois, or wherever it is. It can happen there too. And we, as people living in this day and age, need to keep that in mind at all times. We ought not to live our lives in fear, but we certainly ought to keep our guard up. You can never be too careful when it comes to people and trusting people. So always have your guard up, because this can happen anywhere. It can happen to anyone. 13 families were shattered today. And that shouldn't ever have to happen. And unfortunately, it's not the first time it's happened. And unfortunately, you can pretty much guarantee that it's not going to be the last time that it'll happen. But what it teaches us is that life is short. The decisions of one man can take away the lives of so many people. And that to me is a reminder how short life is. And it really just makes you want to hug your family that much closer. And be thankful. Be thankful to God for what you have in your life, for the blessings that you have, your friends, your family, and love them in your life today. Because something like this happens and it reminds us that tomorrow's not a guarantee. There's no guarantee that any of us are going to wake up in the morning and life is going to be the same. Things can change, for better or for worse, in a second. In the time it took to pull that trigger and take someone's life, that man changed an entire family. And he did it 13 times. And while we obviously have to pay our respects to those families and express our condolences and let our prayers be with those families, we also can take the opportunity to thank God for what we have in our lives. To thank God for the fact that this didn't happen to us. And, knowing people so close to that, it really struck me because it really made me think this man didn't have to walk into the Civic Center. He could have walked into the school. He could have done anything. And, the school's right around the corner from this place. There's no reason he couldn't have walked into the school and started shooting people. And that's just a constant reminder that we have to live our lives today, live in the moment, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen 5 minutes from now. Your whole life could change in a heartbeat. And that's why you have to thank God and praise God for what's in your life today. Not what will be in your life tomorrow, but what's in your life today. And again, I just want to express my deepest condolences to all of the families of the victims in Binghamton. For those that are injured, I pray for their recovery. I pray for for them to get better. For those that lost their lives today, I pray for their families to get through what will surely be a very difficult time. And to the entire city of Binghamton, to deal with this tragedy, my heart goes out to you, and my prayers go out to you, and the prayers of a nation are with you tonight. And just know that you're in my thoughts, Binghamton.